What's up, guys? So I want to talk about the brand new gameplay that we got, give my thoughts and impressions, but before we get into that, I want to give your guys' thoughts and impressions. Over on the channel, I put out a poll and over 1,000 of you guys voted in that poll talking about the gameplay, and 96% of you thought the gameplay was great. That is really cool to see. I'm glad to see that a lot of people are enjoying the gameplay that's been released all over the internet now. I feel it's absolutely fantastic and the team really appreciates it. But I want to get into my thoughts and impressions. This video isn't scripted. I just have a couple of notes I like to talk about. And the first thing I want to talk about is how combos actually work in this game. Now, if you're going to compare this game to the original trilogy and all of the prequels, that's when you see a lot of faults. If you're constantly looking for, that God of War experience that you had years ago, in terms of combat anyways, the only thing that's similar is the brutal moves that we saw in the past games. However, this is not a game where you just mash square, square, triangle, or, bunch of sequences of square, then triangle at the end. It's not like that in this game. This game, there's a lot more tactical things you can do. Again, you're going to notice this in the gameplay, but there are times when Kratos is fighting one enemy, throws his axe at him, rolls behind another enemy, calls the axe back so it's hitting the enemy that's now in front of him, and then they go up in the air, and then he throws his axe again, and then uses his fist and his shield as weapons. There's a lot of different maneuvers you can do in this game, and I feel that's probably the most interesting part, and the part that has me hooked, besides the story, is combat is always, a thing that you want in these games. You want it to mean something, I guess you can say, that you're better than another person playing the game because you can pull off these insane moves, and that option is available to you in this game. And I think that's that's amazing, having options that's available for you that really sets skills from other players enjoying the game as well. I feel that's really, really cool. Again, if you're looking for that, I can just mash buttons and I can pretty much come out on top every time, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this, with the combos that you can do and when Atreus can do as well, and combining those two together, I feel that's absolutely fantastic. And honestly, I'm really excited for this game about just for that, all the trick moves you can do, etc, etc. Another thing I want to talk about that actually has me very, very interested is just the environment alone. In the little gameplay that we've got, there are a lot of little things here and there. I'm going to have an analysis on this very, very soon. But there are a lot of little things in the background, parts when Kratos is fighting a group of enemies. However, in the background you see like Elder Futhark text on like a rock or whatever just in the background, and it's easy enough for you to miss it because you're gonna be fighting these enemies. So these little things that's everywhere, you're gonna want to pay attention to, and I think that's fantastic to put those things in the environment. And I don't know, I find that extremely interesting. Places when Kratos is fighting in the snow, and then you see like the fog come up from the ground, the little snow coming up because of the wind. I feel that's fantastic. It's detail that really drives me when it comes to gaming. These little things that developers don't have to pay attention to, they're paying attention to. So I don't know, I feel that's pretty cool. And that also, goes into my next thing I want to talk about, which is discovery. There's a lot of things here to discover. Elder Futhark text, like I said, is everywhere. It's in the background as you fight. There's little details of like some figures, some statues in the background as well, that really gives that Norse vibe, I guess you can say. That vibe that this is Norse mythology, that there are these relics everywhere. And again, I think that's pretty cool. One of the things that I've seen, in comment sections of various videos was people talking about the axe. A lot of people saying that it feels repetitive when they're watching it, and that, they're going to go through the whole game with the axe. And I just want to say it's already confirmed that there are going to be multiple weapons in this game. You don't have to use the axe the entire time. I personally think that the axe looks cool as fuck, but I can understand why people say that it looks a little bit repetitive just using the axe. Because maybe it's not as flashy as they want it to be. And again, I completely understand that. But there are going to be more weapons in the game. Other weapons that can pretty much be flashy as shit. Even though I think that the axe is pretty much good as it is. So I just want to put that out there, that there will be multiple weapons in this game. The final thing I like to talk about, and that's a bit of negative criticism, is the health bars. For me personally, when I first saw this, I thought it was kind of weird. Usually games don't have health bars for enemies. It's, you know, maybe if it's like a boss enemy, they have like a health bar, but for little enemies, not really. However, this doesn't bother me. It is a bit strange because it's not really in other games, but it doesn't bother me at all. The fact that this game is going to be 25 to 30 hours long, according to the team and Corey himself, I like to see progression. I like to see where I'm at. There's a lot of things to upgrade in this game, so it's really cool to see how much damage your weapon is doing. You know, in the original trilogy, it just said that, you know, your chain blades get you know, upgraded damage, or your weapons get upgraded damage as you upgrade it. But now you get to see that upgrade, you know. It's really cool to see. If you hit an enemy in the beginning of the game, you don't do that much damage. However, towards the middle and the end of the game, where your weapon is just beefed the fuck out and you actually see how much damage your weapon is doing, it really gives that feeling that, like, yeah, I'm doing the right things. I see the progression in my character. That makes me feel good as a player. I think that's really cool. It also gauges like the combos you want to do and everything like that. If you know an enemy is not gonna die, you're not gonna go for this flashy combo. But if you see that the enemy has a lot of life, you know, you can go for these big combos or whatnot. It makes it look flashy. I don't know, like I said, it doesn't bother me, but I do understand when people say it's strange to see. But I don't think that makes the game bad by any means. Using the environment and, you know, seeing how much damage certain things do, especially combos. You know, if there's one combo that you see that does a ton of damage to an enemy, you're gonna want to use that combo again. And, you know, that's really cool to see, in my personal opinion. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the health bars. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about for this impressions video. I will have an analysis on this. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for me to do that, and I'm probably going to start it by tomorrow morning because I don't have work. Or maybe when I come back from home tonight, like at 1 AM, I'll just start doing the analysis so I can have it up tomorrow. But I'm really looking forward to it. Again, check out the gameplay that's on my channel. That gameplay I'll be doing my analysis on, and then other gameplays throughout the process. I'll include some other gameplays, but first I want to analyze the 9-minute trailer, then I'll go into the other ones that I missed. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know your impressions. What did you think about, you know, the health bars, the gameplay, Atreus himself? There are a couple complaints about Atreus, but I like the kid. I think the kid is cool. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.